I keep my goals to myself, cause whenever I share with folks, they get a look upon their face and their memory floats to a time where their goals and the stars ain't...
Smackdown, as per usual, is the worst wrestling show of the week. The Smackdown go-home show for SummerSlam was worse than Monday Night Raw, as I predicted. Smackdown sucks. It absolutely 1,000% sucks. This show sucked. It did. What's there to really even talk about? Nothing. What? A useless war of words between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes that leads to a brawl. Yay. Who really cares? Are we excited? No, we're not. What? The fact that Lash Legend qualified for the 5th spot in the women's ladder match for the interim women's championship. Okay, that's cool for Lash Legend, and I like Lash Legend, but ultimately, do I care? No, I don't. SmackDown is so bad. I don't know where they went wrong. And again, I said it in my review last week for SmackDown. SmackDown was hot back in like 2022, 2023, and 2024. And then after Cody won the title, it just went downhill from there. Like, we're talking about the first time he won it at 40. Like, SmackDown just went downhill from there. And it's never recovered, and it's not going to recover. It sucks. SmackDown honestly sucks. It really is the worst show of the week. TNA, in its rebuilding stage, and it continues to lose people, it's still better than SmackDown. Bar none. Same thing with NXT. It's better than SmackDown. I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't. Like, this sucks, man. This really, truthfully sucks. It's bad, uncreative television. But Triple H don't give a damn because he's getting paid and they all have guaranteed money coming in. So, they don't care. This shit's guaranteed. Whatever. Alright, so we're going to get into SmackDown from July the 31st, 2026. So, we kicked the show off with Finn Balor. So, he talks about 2016, when he won the Universal title at SummerSlam that year, only to be told he was injured and would have to relinquish the title. Finn Balor's been trying so hard to get back to that for a decade. So let's get there. So he's interrupted by Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn continues venting on about how unfair it is that he isn't in the WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. He'd love to see Cody Rhodes as the champion again because he already beat him once to become champion and could do it again. But there's also a part of him that would like to see Punk retain. He cried about not being on the posters when he cut his pipe bomb promo all those years ago. Now CM Punk is corporate champion number 2. So Finn Balor interrupts Sami Zayn to say he should have some balls and say what he has to say to his face. So Sami Zayn gets into the ring. Finn Balor cuts him off to talk about his justice. He said this is his moment. The fact of the matter is that when he won the title 10 years ago, he didn't lose it. He was forced to relinquish it. What did Sami Zayn do? He held the title for 9 days and lost. So Sami Zayn thinks that those are fighting words, but he's a good guy and he'll do the right thing. Then he attempts to walk away. Then out of nowhere, Gunther shows up, beats up both Finn Balor and Sami Zayn. He gets on the mic and he calls both of them a joke. He says he's the only true number 1 contender around here. So Adam Pearce shows up and asks Gunther what the hell is he doing. Gunther wants to know what he has to do They get a shot, and then Sami and Finn Balor, they get to beat up on Gunther some more for a little bit. Then Nick Aldis shows up, and him and Gunther, they have a little brawl, and then they're separated by security, which is just absolutely stupid. This was absolutely a useless, dumb segment. Retarded. This was absolutely stupid. Gunther has no need or no right to be involved in this story. He lost. He's had 4 shots at the title, and he's failed at all 4. 4 of them in like a month and a half. What the fuck is going on? What kind of writing is this shit? Fuck. This is why I said that the feud between Gunther and Nick Aldis needs to continue. It can't just be a one and done and then that's it. This thing must continue. Moving on from that. This leads us into the Judgment Day. So they are backstage. They're looking for Danhausen. So Rey Fenix then challenges JD to a match basically for the title. So whatever. All right, moving on from that. This leads us into the first match of the night, which was a tag team match. Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton, they are defeated by the baddies, B-Fab and Michin. So there's that. So Charlotte shows up and she gets into it with Jade and she begins to brawl. So everyone begins to brawl. So Tiffany, basically the baby faces and the heels, they begin to brawl. So Charlotte, Tiffany, and Chelsea, they all brawl with the baddies. So, there's that. This is fine, I guess. Moving on from that, Tama Tonga and Hikuleo, they talk about finding themselves again. So Haku, who we haven't seen in years, he's probably, I would say, early 60s, so between like 60 and like 63, I would say, give or take. Because he's got gray everywhere, so he's got gray every fucking where. But it was cool to see him. So there's that. Whatever. Moving on from that. Well, actually, no. So Haku shows up to basically just give his sons the motivation that they need. So that was pretty cool. Again, if you were gonna bring in Haku, why the fuck would you fire the other brother? Why in the fuck would you fire Tama Tonga? I mean, Tangaloa. Why would you fire him? Why? Why would you fire him? Like, it makes no sense. It's dumb. If you were gonna bring in Haku all this time, why would you not have all his sons together? That's dumb, but it is what it is. We'll probably see him in AEW / New Japan, along with Jeff Cobb. That's where all this shit's gonna go. Whatever. Moving on. This leads us into a no contest between the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, and R-Truth and Damian Priest. So there's that. It just leads to a no contest. I think they both beat up the official. And then the Tongans, they show up to attack both teams. So who gives a shit? I don't care about this. Moving on, this leads us into Trick Williams. He was on the show. So he interrupted CM Punk's interview with Kathy Kelly to express his regret for not winning the number 1 contender match last week. CM Punk is disappointed also because he wants new challengers. But yeah, when Trick finally reaches the top, CM Punk wants him to know that he'll whoop that Trick. Okay, that's fine. So this leads us into Trick Williams. He gets a good reaction as per usual. He's massively over. I just wish that he had more to do. So Trick says, over the past month, that bald-headed clown came back to SmackDown just so he could hate on Trick Williams. We're not doing anything sneaky about it. He calls out Baron Corbin so he can slap his head back to where he came from, which would be basically the Indies and MLW and Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. So Baron Corbin shows up. He calls Trick Williams impatient, and that'll be his downfall. Baron Corbin says he'll suffocate Trick Williams at SummerSlam, and when that pain sets in, he'll cut off the oxygen to his little brain. So Trick cuts off Baron Corbin. What's this all about? Is he back for some money? Nah. He's just going to get some living pepper steppers, size 15, right up his ass. So Baron Corbin says, if everyone wants a preview, that won't happen. And he doesn't care what he or anyone else thinks. Trick is just a dumb rookie who doesn't understand. Baron Corbin is taking that title, and there's nothing in this world that Trick Williams can do nothing about it. And then Trick ends up coming back with a really good promo of his own. So there's that. Whatever. This is fine. Moving on. This leads us into Rey Fenix defeating JD McDonough. He retained the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship. Match was fine. Danhausen and mini Danhausens, they got involved, so whatever. Who cares about this shit? I don't give a fuck about this. None of this stuff should never even happen. It's great to see what Rey Fenix is doing in AAA. He's obviously killing it, but on the main roster, he's not doing much of anything. I think this is the second time we've seen Rey Fenix this month. We should be seeing Rey Fenix at least every single week or every other week at least. This is unacceptable. But it is what it is. But Rey is fucking killing it in AAA. Moving on, Lash Legend defeats Giulia, so she qualifies. The match lasted like 2 or 3 minutes because when I was looking at the clock, it was like 9:45. So I knew they weren't going to do this match long. I knew it was going to be like 2 or 3 minutes. So yeah, I mean it's fine. Giulia, in order for her to save her career, just send her back down to NXT. Why would you bring her on the main roster? You don't give a fuck about Giulia. Put her back down in NXT. Shit. It's not that fucking hard to do. Put her back down in NXT for at least 6 months to a year. At least. Shit. Triple H is so fucking incompetent. It makes no damn sense. I've said this time and time again. If you don't have any long-term plans for the people that you have called up to NXT, put them back down in NXT. How hard is it? Oh my God, what the fuck, man? This shit is nauseating. Holy shit. Damn. Moving on. This leads us into the closing segment of this miserable, worthless show. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, they have another face-off. So, Cody accuses CM Punk of playing mind games when he returned in Chicago and got his title shot. CM Punk was counting on it. CM Punk said that he ruffled feathers for over 20 years. He's not like one of those choir babies in the back. If he's asked to come to Chicago for a title shot, he's definitely showing up. So, Cody reminds CM Punk that he said he came back not to make friends, but to make money. So CM Punk agrees. He says, although he never intended on losing any friends, do you know the word that's bothering Cody? Cody tells us it's tomorrow. People are talking about SummerSlam, but what does CM Punk want to do tonight? So they have a little small little stare down, and then they start coming to blows, and then they brawl and brawl and brawl, and then they're separated by officials, and that was Smackdown. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Smackdown. This show sucks. This show is absolutely horrible. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. It's just bad. Again, I knew that SmackDown's go-home show for SummerSlam was going to be even worse than Raw's. and Raw's was absolutely atrocious. But SmackDown was absolutely filthy and downright an abomination. I really have no hope for SmackDown. I really wish that NBC would cancel SmackDown. I truly do wish that would happen. But we all know it's not going to. Man, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. No one can help this show. No one. Not Drew McIntyre when he comes back. Not Randy Orton when he comes back. No one can help SmackDown. SmackDown is just irredeemable. It really, truly is. It's irredeemable. This show, from top to bottom, absolutely fucking sucked. It was a waste of 2 hours, and that's just all I'm going to say. But what did you guys think? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully you guys enjoy SummerSlam. Peace.